The Watchers, The Rise of America's Surveillance State by Shane Harris. Narrated by Kirby Heyborne. Copyright 2010 by Shane Harris. This unabridged audiobook is published by arrangement with the Penguin Press, a division of Penguin Group USA, Inc., and was produced in the year 2010 by Tantor Media, Incorporated, which holds the copyright thereto. Introduction. To me, 9/11 never felt like the beginning of a story, nor the ending. It always felt like the middle. I woke up on September 11th, 2001, far from the center of the action, in a quiet hotel room in Palm Springs. I'd been working at a magazine in Washington, D.C. for 9 months, writing about the information technology business in the federal government. I'd planned my first real vacation for mid-September. On day 2, I awoke to an urgent phone call from a friend back home who insisted that I turn on the television. It's the reporter's instinct to write and talk about what he can see or about what he knows to be true. But as the television came into focus, the stunned silence from news broadcasters told me that no one could explain the enormity of what we were all watching. The South Tower of the World Trade Center had fallen. The North Tower was burning. The Pentagon had been hit. My friend was standing on the roof of a building in northwest Washington, watching the smoke rise over the Potomac River. The attack, I learned later, was almost finished. I had jumped into the story midstream. I returned to Washington the day the federal government authorized commercial aircraft to fly again. Back at the magazine, my editor instructed me to figure out how what I wrote about every day connected to this new, rapidly developing narrative. I spent the next 6 years figuring that out, and one more writing this book. One of the first themes to emerge from the 9/11 attacks soon became a familiar refrain. The government had failed to connect the dots about terrorism, specifically the Al-Qaeda network. It wasn't widely known that some of the 9/11 hijackers were already on terrorist watch lists when they entered the United States. Mysterious phone calls intercepted on September 10th, which hinted at the next day's calamity, weren't translated in time to be of any use. No one, no system, had gathered all the pieces of the puzzle and put them together. Because I'd been writing about how government agencies acquired and then used information technology, I understood the bureaucracy's language. Those elusive dots were actually data.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?